This is the Debrief at Decision Tactical.
Good day, everybody. Steve here. Welcome to the Debrief at Decision Tactical. Hey, man, I've got something very special for us today. We're dealing with a subject that is very near and dear to my heart. It's, when it comes to cops and our training and our life, we know tactical training is super, super important. But we sometimes have this little hiccup, a little failure when it comes to wellness and resilience. Help me out, John.
Resilience? Yeah.
Bam, that's the word right there, and that's why he's here. So my buddy here, our guest today is John Kelly. He's law enforcement life coach. What's interesting about John, he's not teaching theory. He didn't just study and say, hey, this is what I know from all these books. Yeah. This guy's lived the life. A 30-year cop with Broward County Sheriff's Office. And if y'all know the great state of Florida, that's one very busy sheriff's office. And there's a lot of serious, challenging incidents that happen there. John's weathered them all. And now he's on the other side, and he's trying to bring things forward.
Trying to bridge the divide.
Oh, that's good. That's a little decision tactical humor there.
There you
Save
go.
lives, bridge divides. Well done.
Man.
John, welcome.
Thank you for
welcome.
having me, brother. I appreciate the opportunity.
Guys, we're going to be in for some straight shooting here. He's a good guy. So, John, all right, I know you're law enforcement life coach.
Yes, sir.
.com.
Yes.
I know that. Tell me, when you're not law enforcement life coaching, who's John Kelly?
I am the husband that I never was for 30 years.
Wow.
I am the father that I never was for 30 years. The son-in-law. I've utilized this time, really, it's my penance to make amends.
Wow.
That you would not have gotten that answer while I was on the job. I would have extolled all the tactical virtues of being the warrior, and I might have thrown an Ernest Hemingway quote at you about hunting armed men.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I was all the things that didn't matter, and I had this epiphany close to the end. That there were so many things missing from my life. And there were so many character traits that I was void of that really defined a man, and the beauty of it was that it's never too late.
Amen. Good job.
It's never too late to turn the corner, and so I like to think that's what I've done.
Wow. So if I could summarize, and if I'm off course, redirect.
I most certainly will.
Did you become human?
You're not allowed. You're not allowed.
Mm-hmm.
And quite frankly, it doesn't serve us really well, depending on the environment that we're in.
Yep.
The job is very demanding, and we need to suspend reality while we're doing the job. But unfortunately, that switch over, we compartmentalize to be excellent, and then we don't ever stop compartmentalizing, and so we don't ever allow ourselves to be human.
Wow. If I can clarify something for y'all out there, if you're not cops, never been a cop, we have what we consider the tactical switch.
Yeah.
So when we go to work, we need to be kind, fluffy, and pettable. That's a real word. I just made it up.
I like it.
Pettable, approachable, maybe
Approachable,
is better.
yeah, man.
We got to be user-friendly to the public, as we should. We serve them. But when something occurs, we have to flip that tactical switch on. You turn off all emotion, and you go completely business. I need to come in here, and I need to achieve this objective, and game on, we'll achieve it.
No doubt.
So what you're saying, many of us turn it on and don't turn it off.
Especially if the mission tempo is critical call after critical call after critical call, 7 days a week.
Sure.
So you don't have that reset or that time to get back to being a loving, caring human being. And that's, I think some have coined it that hypervigilant state, right? And not all of us, but there's a propensity to stay in that state of mind. And it actually, over time, it becomes familiar.
Yeah.
And that familiarity breeds comfort.
Ooh, whoa, dude, that's very profound. And profound's a large word for me, so good job.
I like it.
Man, that's so big, because we swear we law enforcement, we've got to stay in that hyper-vigilant sense. That we need to have that sense of awareness at all times, because when we're off, we're still protecting our family. We're still watching out for the public. You're saying we might need to be able to put a dimmer switch on that?
Yeah, that's the thing that keeps us truly from realizing our full potential. That keeps us one-dimensional.
Give me more words on that.
So there's no threat at home.
Oh, yeah.
But if we act like there is, then that we stay walled up. There's
wow.
we sit at statistically. Can I go down this rabbit hole with you,
I'm here
Steve?
with you, dude. Let's go.
All right. So, a little quick education for the viewer and the listener. For every bad guy that kills one of us, 2 to 3 of us take our own lives.
Never knew that.
Okay, I didn't learn that until I retired, because that's the thing we keep from our people.
Yeah.
Every bad guy that kills one of us, 2 to 3 of us take our own lives.
That is not on the brochures.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And of those 2 to 3, Steve, that take their own lives, half the time, it's the result of a divorce.
Ooh.
These are known, Steve. Wow. These are known statistics.
Wow.
Right? So, dangerous job, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Danger around every corner. People that you have never met wanting to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Statistically, you're the greatest threat to you going home.
Whoa.
The biggest threat to you,
Dude.
you and your survival is you.
Never thought of it like that, but I'm catching it.
And so with that information,
mm-hmm.
how much time, energy do we spend training you, giving you the skill sets that you need to be better, not at work,
wow,
but to be better at home, to be a better spouse, to be a better father, to be a better son,
mm-hmm.
right? Because if we can't be those, we've got it reversed, we've got it flipped, it's upside down. We think that being awesome at work is going to translate at home.
Exactly that.
And it doesn't. All the accolades at work mean nothing at home. But see, if we're better at home, if we're better human beings, we're better officers.
Yeah,
we're better ambassadors.
Wow.
Of this thing.
We are so reversed in order. Bass backwards, dude.
We need facilities like this to sharpen our tactical skills.
Well done.
But if the thing that we're trying to sharpen is broken,
dang, dude.
That doesn't get sharpened.
Okay, man.
I threw you a curveball.
No, that's an awesome curveball. That is so cool, because that's okay. I started law enforcement in 1985.
Right.
My the action guys stopped in 2008, and then I transitioned, still working law enforcement.
Right.
But now it became training and administrative.
Gotcha.
Just like you did 30 years with Broward, but at the same time, you're still involved in law enforcement.
No doubt.
So I'm in my 41st. That's new info.
Right.
And it's so freaking simple. You'd think I would have figured that one out before.
You know what?
Wow.
It's one of those things, Steve, that I think that we don't ask the questions we don't want the answers to. And so when we start,
when
we start asking when we start having tough conversations, real progress is made.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in church right now, getting
Well,
beat up by the preacher,
so much
man.
of this,
Wow.
right? There are a lot of parallels, brother.
Dude, yeah.
I think that we got to be willing to have tough conversations.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of distraction. There's a lot of look over here,
mm-hmm.
right, to keep us from doing the hard work.
Wow.
Of really growing and being better. And so really that's been this passion,
man, dude,
in this second chapter, man.
Okay, I got to take you back in time.
Yeah, please.
This part, you just mind blown right now. Okay, 30-year career before you've started law enforcement life coaching. What part of that career impacted you the most? I mean, you've done an assortment in your years.
Yeah. So I started this program. This was the program that I needed that wasn't available.
Right.
And if I could say over that 30-year career, it was never the call or the incident that carved a rut in my soul.
Okay.
Never.
Educate me.
The public thinks, and the people that treat us think, oh, the things that you've seen, Steve, nobody should have to experience that kind of trauma.
Right, right.
We operate at our best in those environments. We don't dread the day of that active shooter. That's the day that we've trained for. That's the day that we get to face evil and win. That's not a dreaded day.
I copy that.
The issue, and there are a couple, come with, I think first and foremost, we have allowed to accept unacceptable behavior. First, from within ourselves, and then those in this community.
Okay.
That's a fact. The other part that doesn't get talked about that was really damaging over a 30-year career is, they've got names for it now, Steve. We didn't have names for it back in the day.
No, rub dirt on it, dude.
No,
Yeah.
but like organizational betrayal. Your agency not supporting you when you make good decisions. Your agency taking the political expedient route instead of the moral high ground.
Oh gosh, yes.
So
wow.
So when you look at a career, I'm fortunate that that was brought to my attention early on. Like that, we truly only have one family, and they don't wear a uniform.
Yeah, buddy.
And so moving forward, it's easy to get lost in this profession and believe that their family, that your agency, we can have familiar relationships.
Yeah, it's a business.
We can care about
straight
each
up,
other.
I'm with you. Yeah.
But more often than not, you're only family as long as you're an asset. And the minute you become a perceived liability, not even a real liability, the mere accusation puts you in a different category.
Yeah.
And I think that's extremely problematic.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe presumed guilty. Right? And so we don't afford to our own people the same rights and courtesies that we afford the public.
Right.
And from a leadership management standpoint, that has been by far the most damaging. It's not Black Lives Matter movements. It's not a defund the police movement.
Right.
That has damaged this profession. What has damaged this profession is leadership abandoning the men and women who do this job at a time when they needed them to stand up for them. They took a knee, and that's part in the Reader's Digest version of why I'm doing what I'm doing now, trying to course correct
Dang, dude.
and get us back to a time where we care for our people in a way that maybe some don't know how to, and then we care for ourselves so we can be that change agent with each other.
Okay, hook me up. You said something, and I just want to get a little more definition on it.
Sure.
Okay, you said, as me, Steve the cop.
Right.
You said that those calls don't mess us up. We flow off of those. We get life. We're jazzed. I want to go show this training works. I want that challenge.
Yeah. Send me.
For me, Steve, exactly. For me, I totally agree. I love it when my number got called and they sent me in and said, you go get that mother. He's bad, he's bad, he's yours. Like, yes, this is awesome.
Yes.
It's a cop. But I have seen other personalities in law enforcement that they're not good in that situation. They dread the situation. You know, they're the guys that, oh man, here goes. Here goes.
Yeah.
They're the guy. Okay, so we get that call. We consider it a hot call. There's shooting in progress.
We're crashing into each other trying to get there.
Yes. And you want these guys going.
Right.
Because we want to be there. We've got some confidence behind those sites. We know some things. Right. We want to take those bad people down to save those good people. But there's a group of cops that aren't there.
Understood.
You know, we spent years in training others, and there's a group of cops that when we see them show up, we're like, you, I need you to work a perimeter.
Right.
I need you to keep the crowd out. Yeah. Because honestly, we don't want that dude inside.
Go get sandwiches.
Yeah.
We're going to be here for a bit.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe those guys, they mean well. They do serve a purpose. We need some of those guys so that we can go to work.
Sure.
But I think some of those guys, my theory, and I don't have your experience, my theory is those dudes, these calls can stress them out. And the thought of these calls can take a hunk of their life off. You know, maybe for them that PTSD hits them quicker. Whereas maybe with us, we're getting eaten up from the inside because of choices we've made, because we've chose to keep the tactical meat turned on. You know, we've chosen to not play well with humans, you know, because I'm an operator.
Sure.
Would that be, have you noticed something like that?
So let me say this. There's a PTSD. It's going to make a lot of people feel great. It's a choice.
I'm listening.
We don't have a choice on what we get exposed to.
Got it. Oh, I see where you're going.
But we do have a choice on what we do with that which we have been exposed to.
So we can't stop the waves from coming, but we can learn to surf.
I love that. Yeah, man. Instead of getting crushed by the wave, we can surf the wave. And that comes, that's the empowering part of this.
I got it.
All right, so if your choice to deal with a traumatic situation is to drink, isolate, not communicate, then that's not going to serve you. We know that eventually will manifest itself into some sort of disorder or dysfunction.
Okay.
But if you make the choice to exercise, get some healthy endorphins rolling, keep a decent diet, communicate with each other, seek out a mental health professional to help you navigate a tough time, you're going to thrive.
Dude, that seems a little simple.
And that's what happens, Steve. There's another rabbit hole. There's a whole industry hoping that you don't figure that formula out. Because their livelihood is solely dependent on you staying on the hook, on you needing them.
All right, let's do this. So let's say I come to lawenforcementlifecoach.com and I say, hey man, I think I have PTSD. I'm a cop, I'm a veteran, I'm whatever I am. Hook a brother up. Help me out.
So first things first, I'm not a clinician.
Okay.
I don't have any doctoral degrees, but I have common sense.
Ooh.
So what are you doing for you? Are you exercising? Are you sleeping? Sleep. If we could get people to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep, that would solve 80% of their problems.
Now, you just did an interview with somebody the other day.
Yes, Dr. Leah Taylor.
That's it.
She's the FBI's sleep expert, sleep and trauma expert, because when we talk about sleep and trauma, do we have trauma because we're not sleeping? Or are we not sleeping because we have trauma? Chicken and the egg. So that's how she starts treating our agents. It's if we can get a hold and get quality sleep, then that's allowing our brain to process the trauma of the day and to put it in the file folders that it needs to be. But if we're not getting adequate sleep, we don't give the brain the opportunity to do that.
Dude, that's too easy.
And so
it's too simple.
I mean, you listen to Dr. Andrew Huberman. Get your physiology right.
Okay.
Get 7
okay.
to 9 hours of sleep.
All
When
right.
you wake up, hydrate. 90 minutes later, grab a cup of coffee because your body could use some caffeine 90 minutes after you're up. Get exposed, get outdoors, get some sunlight on your face, right? Start doing the things that we know you need to do to get your physiology right. And when you
Okay.
get your physiology right,
Okay.
you set yourself up to get your brain right.
I like that. Tell me, John. 30 years, bro. And I see the passion. This is off
Yeah.
the chain, awesome, true heartfelt passion. Was there an incident that was like that Oprah epiphany, come to Jesus moment for you? It's like, I realize I screwed this up and now I need to go that way. Was there an incident or just how'd you come to this?
When I was on the range,
Gun range?
we'd run 30 guys a day, 4 days a week, 4 months at a time, and then we changed the training cycle.
Okay.
And inevitably, Steve, at the end of that training day, I'd look out in the parking lot out at Markham Park, and I'd see 3 or 4 guys every day just milling about. Now, I'd send one of the guys out there, hey, see if they need something. Maybe they got a flat, maybe they need a wrecker, a jump
One
box.
of our guys.
One of our guys.
Okay, gotcha.
Why are they still here, Steve?
Okay.
Right? We trained to the objectives. I cut you
Yeah.
20 minutes ago. Why are you still in this parking lot?
Understood.
And I ask you this, and I ask the room this when I present. Has there ever been a time in your career when you didn't want to go home? Right. And every, right. And
In the past.
So right, of course. That's messed up. Right?
That's-
So work
wow, dude. Wow.
work is easy for us. Work is our escape. So when John Kelly's working 70 hours a week
Yeah.
under the guise of providing for my family, it
It
seems noble, Steve. It
Yeah.
seems noble. The truth is, I
Man,
just
John,
didn't want to do
okay.
the hard work of being a better husband.
Yeah. This
Or being
this
a better
stuff for
dad.
us is simple. There's no emotion.
Mindless.
Yeah.
Work is the easiest thing that we do. The real work begins when we cross that threshold.
Wow, John.
And so I avoided that for the entirety of my adult life, Steve. And so understanding the importance of thriving once I get across that threshold. Listen,
Wow.
nothing I did at work mattered. All the accolades,
Yes.
all the medals.
Yes. Yes.
It really, how am I showing up at home? And so that has been the focus.
Dang.
And that is what I'm trying to do, paying
Man,
it
John.
forward to our brothers and sisters that have, again, it's never too late, whether they've retired or they're still in the fight, that, everything starts with a decision. And so I'm just trying to get our people to
Dude.
make better decisions.
I love so you okay. All right, sometimes I'm like a primate, a prehistoric
You and me both,
or
man.
what,
You
I've
and me
got
both.
That one cell in the front of my brain that says go,
Yeah.
so I'm set on forward. But here, if I just caught what you threw out there, you're saying you completed the training day. It's time to get out, man. DD on out of here. You see dudes hanging in the parking lot. You figured out they don't want to go home. That was your moment where you applied that life lesson?
Yeah.
Man, I don't have that much thinking going on.
You know what?
Dude.
But when
Wow.
you see it every day, Steve, it hits you.
Okay.
This is
Man.
not an anomaly. This is
Dude, you got a calling. You have a calling.
is foundational in how we change culture, and it's got nothing to do about police work, and everything to do about being a better human being.
Wow. Okay. I follow you. You can follow John on Facebook and again, lawenforcementlifecoach.com.
Thank you.
He's got an interesting life going. But I see you, man, you're meeting people, you're coaching, you're working with groups of people.
Yeah.
Is there a common thread that you see in law enforcement that, hey guys, y'all watching now, even if you're not in law enforcement, what he's saying hits home.
Right.
So is there something that it's one of these things that you'd recommend everybody just sit for a moment, be still, and look at this area?
What a great question.
I made that up.
You're on point, brother.
Yes.
Look in the mirror. Mm-hmm. Free of distraction. Do you love that person that's looking back?
Wow.
And if you don't, okay, good. then let's do something about it. See, what ends up happening is we end up throwing sheets over our mirrors. We end up breaking our mirrors.
Dang, dude.
Right?
Yeah,
We use our mirrors to look around the corner, not to see the person looking back.
Right.
So I truly believe that we all can have that blessed life, that a life where you are excited to wake up in the morning, to embrace that day, right? But the problem is, and I'll make it quick, brother, you've been looking outside the doors of Decision Tactical. You've been looking out there for the answer. And the answer has never been out there, man. The answer always resides within you.
Wow.
And that's a tough pill to swallow, man.
Yeah.
If you're the reason why things are sideways, if you're the reason why you're unhappy, the beauty in that hidden message is then you're the fix.
So if you're the problem, you're the fix. Man,
you are
dude,
the
too
fix,
simple.
man.
I love that.
We've overcomplicated this thing, man. Life's complicated enough. We don't need to add to it. If you're the problem, you're the fix.
Dang, John.
And that's what I tell the room, man. And embrace that.
That is cop simple. That's real important we keep it that way.
We need to.
All right, John. We're here at Decision Tactical in the underground.
Yeah, man.
Brand new attraction.
It's an amazing facility. I love it.
Totally cool. You and I have had some good training time behind a trigger throughout this. What do you think of this kind of training for agencies? And then would it be good for families, especially cop families?
So for the individual officer, there's nothing like the challenge we've always faced in training is creating a realistic environment without the danger associated with the environment being realistic. This facility allows you to bring in all the things that impact an audio exclusion, visual impairment, intense dump of adrenaline, all the barriers to admission, right? All the things that we need to master and conquer, we can do that right here in a very safe environment. So we can trick your body into believing that it's in a situation of peril and allow you to fight through it.
Fully immersed.
And win. Fully immersed for the individual officer. You get reps with an elevated heart rate.
Yes, sir. You're right.
Super hard to duplicate that in a training environment without endangering the officer.
Right.
You do that here effortlessly.
Good point.
For the family, I think it could give some perspective. I don't tell my Nicole what happened at work.
Ditto.
I don't share the story. And so maybe bringing the family in could start the communication between the first responder and the family. And that's the one thing that I never did.
Ditto.
Is communicate, right? So I mean, for the individual officer, for the family, for the community, they like, we'll do a ride along. Well, that's great. Well, what if nothing occurs that night you were on the ride along?
Right.
You can do the ride along in here, and you're going to be immersed in critical incidents, one after another. That is actually some of our shifts. And so again, getting and having the opportunity to walk in those shoes.
Thank you.
For a day. And that's why I fell in love with this place. It's to say it's eye-opening. I wish I had a vocabulary that was more extensive. It is truly a life-saving, right, bridge-building organization that impacts and hits on so many different levels.
Man, save lives and bridge divides. Decision Tactical. Ladies and gentlemen, this is John Kelly, law enforcement life coach, and what you just heard today was his heart. Folks, if you need help, if you're just feeling funky and you don't know that you need help, you're not sure, contact him. lawenforcementlifecoach.com. John, thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
All right, y'all. Until next time, stay safe.